When it comes to Marvel Spider-Man, many fans will think of Peter Parker, and once they think of Spider-Woman, many fans will think of versions like Gwen Stacy Spider-Man, or Spider-Silk. But in fact, in the Marvel Universe, there are still many settings for Spider-Man, and even some Spider-Man women themselves are the descendants of Peter Parker. Therefore, today let's talk briefly about those Spider-Women in the Marvel Universe. Number 1. Betty Brant Spider-Man. Comic fans who are familiar with the plotline of Marvel Spider-Man should know her. Peter Parker met Betty, the boss's secretary, while in the latest movie universe, Betty became Peter Parker's classmate when he was a reporter in the Horn Daily. Compared with the film version, Betty also had a relationship with Spider-Man in Marvel's original work, but it ended in failure. In another parallel cosmic version plot, Betty of the universe became Spider-Man. In the setting, Betty and her boss Jameson were also bitten by a super spider when they participated in the scientific demonstration report, and then acquired Spider-Man's ability. Interestingly, later, in this universe, it was still the reporter Peter Parker who cooperated with Betty. Peter Parker will sell the photos of Betty's Spider-Man to the newspaper to Jessica Drew, female Spider-Man. It is also a not very common Spider-Man. In Marvel's settings, Jessica Drew Spider-Man itself is the daughter of Jonathan and Miriam. Her ability to produce Spider-Man itself is not a regular script, bitten by a spider, but a setting that Jessica Drew was exposed to an environment with uranium due to an accident when he was a child, and was once seriously ill. Later, in order to treat Jessica Drew, Jessica was injected with a serum made with rare spider blood to cure the disease. At the same time, with Jessica Drew's continuous growth, the spider serum in the body also catalyzed its hidden spider-human ability. In the end, Jessica Drew became a Spider-Woman. 3. Ashley Barton Spider-Girl. I believe that many fans should have a certain impression when they see the name Barton. In the setting, Ashley Barton itself originated from the side plot of Twilight Wolf Looking for Home. In this Wasteland universe, Ashley Barton is the daughter of Peter Parker, Tonya Parker, and Eagle Eye's daughter after marriage. Obviously, as a descendant who inherited Peter Parker's gene, Ashley Patton had awakened the ability of Spider-Man in her adulthood, and Ashley and her friends formed a heroic team to try to defeat the villain Kim, but eventually failed and was rescued by her father's Eagle Eye and the elderly Golden Steel Wolf. But the female Spider-Man in this universe is a little rebellious. Fortunately, she matured in the end and changed her mind. 4. May Riley Spider-Man. For the role of May Riley, it is actually a combination version of Spider-Man and Iron Man to some extent. In terms of the origin of ability, May Riley's father once raised more than N spiders, and May Riley accidentally released these spiders when he was young. And one of the spiders directly bit May Riley according to the requirements of the script, which made May Riley change. Later, after her father died, May Riley directly used the machinery of her father's garage to make a Spider-Man armor by herself, similar to the Dutch brothers' armor with 4 spider feet in the movie version, but the difference is that the thickness of the armor is similar to the Iron Man's early armor. 5. Aunt-May Spider-Man. In fact, in many parallel cosmic branches of Marvel, there are not many examples of Aunt-May becoming Spider-Man, which is reflected in some ancient If series. For example, in the early days, Marvel set up Aunt-May to be bitten by Spider-Man and use DO attacks. The origin of this version of Aunt-May Spider-Girl I want to talk about is that when Aunt-May went to the science exhibition to deliver lunch to Peter Parker, she was accidentally bitten by a mutant spider that escaped from the science exhibition, which also made Aunt-May directly equipped with the ability of Spider-Man. Of course, in Marvel's settings, there are many similar Spider-Girls, such as Spider-Man and Mary Jane's descendant Ann Parker Spider-Girl, Mary Jane Spider-Man, etc.